Hmm. If yes is YES, what is EYES? Huh? Not a yes, not yes, it is eyes. Welcome to Tony Clown Sunday School class. It's good to have you today. You missed Tony Clown, right? Hope you enjoyed last week's episode of Tony Clown Sunday School class. I know you do. So, today we'll be talking about eyes. Eyes. And what God wants you to do with your eyes. My eyes is wet. My eyes is wet. Of course, God wants you to use your eyes to see physically. But He also wants you to do just one thing with it spiritually. Tony Clown, how will I use my eyes to see spiritually? Just calm down. I'm going to tell you how you're going to do that. But before I tell you, let us open the scriptures. We'll be reading from Hebrews chapter 12, verse 2. Okay, this is it. Keep your eyes on Jesus, our leader and instructor. I'm going to explain this verse with two different stories from the Bible. One from the Old Testament and the other one from the New Testament. In the Old Testament, there was a time that the Israelites, they did something very, very bad when they were traveling from Egypt to the Canaan land. This is what happened. During that period, they sinned and did something that vexed God. That was how something terrible happened in their midst. Serpents, snake entered into their midst. Snake like this. I'm scared. Are you scared of snake? I'm scared of snake. But this is it. When the snake started biting them, a lot of people died and they cried to God that, God, please, we are sorry. We will not do that again. Forgive us. So as they cried to God, God told Moses to make a bronze snake and wrap it around his rod. Then he should stand it. That anybody that look at that snake, that whenever the snake that was biting them, whenever that snake bite the person, the person should just look. And once the person look at that snake that Moses made that was on the tree, that person would not die. And because of that, a lot of people were saved. But do you know that there are some people that still did not look at it? And guess what happened to them? Yes, they died. Looking unto Jesus, our leader and instructor. That snake that Moses made was an example of Jesus Christ on the cross. Fast forward. Let's go to New Testament. New Testament is actually different because Jesus was there then. This was what happened. One time, the disciples of Jesus Christ were traveling on a lake without Jesus. And when they got to the middle of the lake, there was this boisterous wind that was trying to sink their boat. This caused them to worry a lot. As if it was not enough, that was how they saw something that looked like a ghost. It was terrifying and they started screaming in terror. And Jesus shouted, "Do not be afraid, it is I." Jesus walking on water. They could not believe their eyes. So Peter said, "Lord, if that is really you, tell me to come to you walking on water." And Jesus said, "All right, come." And that was how Peter started walking on water, moving towards Jesus. As he was moving, he stopped looking at Jesus, then started looking around at the wind that was blowing terribly. He got scared and immediately started to sink. He shouted to Jesus for help, and Jesus held his hand. If he had kept his eyes on Jesus, would he have sunk? No, but because he did not keep his eye on Jesus, that was what cost him. He almost lost his life. So these two stories, they said the same thing. Keeping your eyes on Jesus. What does it mean to keep one's eye on Jesus? It means to believe in Jesus. Yes, believe in Jesus. Believe everything that the Bible say about Jesus. And what is that part of your body that you use to see what is in the Bible? Your EYES, eyes. Thank you for watching today's episode of Tony Clown Sunday School Class. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. It's time to say bye bye. Say bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.